I am so ready for her to win the belt. Let me be completely clear. I said it before, and I will say it again. She does not win the championship in this match. When it happens, I will not be watching Dynamite at all. I will have zero interest. I will be over it. He
already doesn't watch 66% of the product.
That's correct. If they put Mickey James in a time machine and fucking the one from 2006 shows up now and beats Sheeta, I'm still not watching. I'm gonna jerk off, but I'm not watching.
Sasha Banks shows up randomly.
I have to see what they do, where they put the pieces. What's going on, y'all? Jimmy Malcolm, Marcus Cash. It's time for the All Elite Recap for Wednesday Night Dynamite.
That's the spirit.
April 28th? Sure.
April 28th, actually.
2021. Tomatoes was the third solid enough booking week in a row. To be fair, I am grading AEW on a curve. The curve is complete morons. Or just one moron. To be
in particular.
Dummy con. But I'm joking. The booking's been good the last couple weeks. This week included, for the most part. But before we get to any of that, any of the good things that happened on the show, we have to start with Brody Lee. Because Brody Lee, not Junior, Brody Lee was the star of this program. A man who has been dead for a significant while now.
4 months.
He was a fantastic wrestler. He was a fantastic promo. He was a great character. Everybody loves him. Nobody has a bad word to say. Listen, this is wrestling.
Great guy.
This is wrestling. And when you die, people do not hesitate to trash you. Unlike other places. Nobody has a negative word to say. Great guy, great family man, etc., etc., etc. The fact that he was the star of this show, or at the very least, the star of the main event segment,
4 months posthumous,
is gross. I don't particularly care who approved it. I don't care if fucking his wife approved it.
Amanda Huber.
I don't care if the kid approved it.
Brody Lee Jr.
I don't care if the entirety of the Dark Order approved it. I know Tony Khan approved it. It is gross. And not okay under any circumstances. I don't care what anybody has to say. Only person that could approve it would be Brody Lee. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say he did it.
So everybody else was okay with this? So not okay?
Everybody else okay with this? Gross. But the wife really wanted it. Gross.
But they're not exploiting him.
Ugh. Gross. Gross.
They're having fun.
How gross.
They're living their dreams.
Ugh. Use this man for ratings, it's gross. I'm sorry, it's this.
They're doing it for Brody.
Anyway, the show opened.
I revel in all this.
I know you do, because you hated Brody Lee Jr. That is, not Brody Lee. Or at least you hate Brody Lee Jr. on the show, we'll say. You hate -1.
I'm sure he's a fine kid.
But you don't.
And I wish many well things for him on a personal level.
But the idea of...
For the next 8 years, get the hell off my TV.
Jesus fucking Christ, I don't know how to co-sign all that, but I don't want to see any more images of Brody Lee. Leave that man alone. Leave him alone.
Let him rest.
And you know what? I'm okay with like tributes or in memoriam and things like this.
Like a yearly, like whatever his birthday is.
Birthday, the day of his death.
Whatever.
Yeah, yes. But to use him to pop a rating, which is what it's for, or to sell a storyline, which is what it's for, 10, bringing the title back to Dark Order, it's gross. And I don't care what anybody says.
Especially the way things played out.
This is the non-debatable point. Now let's more pleasant things. We got that 3 minutes of the way.
We'll come back to it though.
I hope not. My headache went away. The night opened with Adam Page versus Brian Cage in what we would say was the match of the night.
Yeah.
Really good match. Not a great match, but a really good match. I'd say it's about on par with Starks and Hangman from last week, right?
Yeah.
From last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week. I thought it was really good. Their style is actually rather similar, where they have power moves mixed with moves that they're entirely too big to pull off.
Yeah, some moves they should not be doing.
They'll somehow still do it. Once Page hit the moonsault outside, and then Cage hit an F5, I thought, okay, we're heading to the finish, and Page is about to wrap this up, and we'll all enjoy it.
Nope.
Cage just continues on offense and fucking wins the match.
Yeah. I feel like Adam Page missed his call or kick out or something. Like, I don't know what happened.
What? I am shocked by that finish. We were both shocked, right?
Jarred, even.
Yes. Matter of fact, Cash can attest to this. I was furious that they were about to have Paige kick out of Cage's finisher. Like, what the fuck? You can get the win and kick out of that fucking finisher? No.
No, they don't. I was more furious because people kick out finishers all the time. So kicking out of the drug call itself, I've grown numb to. And I shouldn't be, by the way, because they're finishers. But he had hit 4 or 5 moves in succession, something like that. He had like the F5, right? He had like this stack power bomb thing, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he did something else, but then it all transitioned into the drill call.
Yeah.
So it was like he hit a combo like it's an arcade game, and then here comes a kick out. No kick out.
Match is over. With no interference, by the way. I thought that was very well played.
Clean.
How everybody was sent to the back again of the match.
The number 1 contender lost down to Brian Cage. I'm pretty sure Brian Cage is unranked before this match, by the way. I don't think he was in the top 5. Because Moxley was definitely 3 and Preston Vance was definitely 5. I know that for a fact.
Starks was 2 up to some point. Would he stay 2?
Page was 1.
Yeah.
Right? Oh. I don't know what 2 and 4 is. I want to say Brian Cage wasn't 2 or 4.
I feel like Brian Cage has been underutilized since his debut, quite frankly. But particularly since he lost a feud with Moxley.
Yeah.
This feels like a big apology to him, and quite frankly, he deserves it.
Especially how they butchered that whole trying to make the FTW sanctioned.
Why they didn't follow through that storyline, I don't know. It wasn't. You tell me the storyline. It was only on Dynamite once. Fucking Cage came out. Who? Fantastic. Obviously, Fantastic talking. Then Cody came out, and then that was the end of it.
Well, you don't watch Dynamite.
Right.
You don't watch Dark, but
they
would make Justin say it for the matches they had Brian Cage wrestle on Dark for whatever reason.
Fair enough. To me, they should have followed through with that.
It did something.
I'm not sure where Cage goes after this. Christian did mention some stuff later on in the night we should probably get to. But I like Hangman a lot. Very talented. Very talented. But we agree he's cooled off significantly.
That's an understatement, in my opinion.
Jesus, how far would you go? This nigga's cold.
He fell off the ladder. Like, I don't think he slipped down it. Like, I think he fell off of it.
For those who are literal, I know he's won a lot of matches. Not what we're talking about when we say cool off. We're talking about as a character that people want to see.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think all his heat.
He beat Ryan Nemeth and Cesar Bononi.
I feel like they gave all of his heat to the Elite, essentially.
Yeah.
All he's left out, and he's anyway.
They suck the heat out of him. Like, it's like I almost don't care to see Adam Page. I know he's really good in the ring, so I'm obviously gonna watch. I'm not gonna not pay attention, but I don't care.
I sent him away for a little bit. I had this loss be devastating to him, and he'd go away for a little bit. To drink.
It drives him to drink and maybe wrestle on Impact.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know about all that, but unless I know they want him. I shouldn't say that. No, fuck it. Yeah, I am curious where Cage goes. I'm hoping he gets. I assume Christian's up next. Cage versus Cage.
Brian and Christian.
It should be fun. Surprised they don't have some type of Mortal Kombat goddamn sponsorship they gotta do with fucking Johnny Cage.
Kind of did, didn't they?
Did they?
They had a spot in the match that we'll get to. And they
forgot.
named it by name.
I totally forgot. But in fair, that wasn't nearly as egregious as the Jurassic Express shit with Kong and Godzilla. That shit's gross.
They've been seen since.
Yeah, Dragon Ball had a title match with Darby. Are we going to do this out of order? Do you mind?
Oh, we can absolutely do this out of order.
Does
it make sense to do the Christian Cage promo?
Yes. Taz, later on in the night, talked about Cage's big win. Started talking about Christian. Christian came. Christian basically said, Taz, you used to be a bad motherfucker. No, you're not a bad motherfucker. You just surround yourself with bad motherfuckers who essentially prop you up. And once they all get smart enough, they'll realize that you're no use to them, quite frankly. I love that promo.
It was a really good promo.
I think it was Christian's best since he got here.
Yeah.
And he looked like a star, too.
I like the shots at Taz because Taz probably wanted to come back, but he couldn't.
I'm looking forward to Christian's. I liked Christian's match with Hobbs last week.
Much better than his match against Kaz.
Much better. I know we beat that to death last week, but we'll do it again if we have to. And I like Christian's. I like the idea of Christian having a match with Starks. And then I would like an idea of Christian with Cage. To me, Christian matches up well with everybody in Team Taz.
Do we do that same storyline that we just did with Adam Page, but with Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have Christian versus Starks first? Starks can't beat Christian, and then Starks versus Brian Cage. Brian Cage beats Christian. Then they form the Respect, and now it's face turn Brian Cage.
I don't hate that idea, except if that was happening, it'd be the other way around. Christian would be Cage. And then Cage would like shake his hand for like a good match. Similar to Sting and Darby.
I just want Brian Cage to get that shine.
Me too. But if you're, I'll take the Page one. That's huge. Huge. Speaking of, don't do that. I'm not gonna say that.
Huge?
I was gonna jump to Pinnacle before.
Huge. Huge.
She looks fantastic. I'm sorry.
Of course, always looks fantastic.
Yeah, but she was really good in the ring. To me, Statlander was the star of the match, rightfully so. I don't know what they've done for character. I do what they've done for character. I believe you said they sexed her up.
A little bit.
Not mad at it. I'm interested to see where they go with that. She's attractive. And to be fair, we liked it when she wasn't sexed up. Like just a pure alien, so to speak. I thought the match was fine. I thought the interference was solid.
Yeah. Nothing like out of this world or anything. It was fun.
Didn't sound like one. This was Orange Cassidy's second appearance of the night.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy's second appearance.
It was a better appearance, quite frankly.
It was a better, but this was a really good match. That Big Bang Theory that Statlander hits, one of the best looking finishers they have in the company.
Really?
One of.
Really?
I don't say the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Eh.
You don't think so?
Eh.
That stacked tombstone where she like cradles the legs under her arms.
Are you really explaining a finishing move to me I just saw an hour ago?
You're myth, so I feel like I have to.
I'm miffed about how you think it's one of the best finishers. I'm just, okay, I mean... Alright.
It just looks great every time.
The pin helps. Yeah, to me this was Orange Cassidy's best appearance of the night.
Yeah.
I thought he came across as
far
cool, not overbearing, a bigger star than everybody else around, which is fine. But his first appearance of the night where he fought Penta.
Oh my god.
I know you weren't a huge fan of the match. I can throw the whole match away. And I like everybody involved. Let me be completely clear. I like Orange Cassidy. I like Penta. I really like his fucking manager.
Alex Abrahantes.
But yeah, I can do about the entirety of this fucking match. Like, to me, this is wasted Trent.
Jimmy says, throw the whole match away.
And we'll leave it there. It's just too many shenanigans. Like
Way
you said.
too many shenanigans.
Ironically, we just talked about fucking Christian and Kaz earlier. How their style is too similar. Penta and Orange Cassidy are too similar. Like, it's just too many things going on. I can't have all of this at once.
I'm still waiting for them to give the people what they want. Give us a break from Orange Cassidy. So he can seem like freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy when he comes back at some point. Right now, he's kind of spoiled. He's a little rancid. He's been left out a little bit.
Jesus fucking Christ. How many was that in wrong?
It's,
I wouldn't mind if he took a break just to be Statlander's manager.
Yeah.
And the best friend's manager.
Just be maybe Statlander's boyfriend on the camera.
Yeah, I get that vibe from the two of them, at least.
But
though Statlander seems like the stronger of the two.
have him, yeah, she wears the jeans in her family. Just have Orange Cassidy not wrestle.
Fair enough.
In fact, have the best friends not wrestle, just Trent. And Statlander, obviously.
Yeah, we know Statlander faced Penelope Ford. Speaking of which, Kip Sabian later on in the night tried to clear the air with Miro. And it didn't go great. It could have been better.
His disappearing act was definitely a misstep.
Miro thrashed him, threw him into like 3 or 4 fucking lockers, and then broke his arm. But afterwards, he wanted him to know that he forgave him. I don't want to say it's my favorite segment of the night. That feels like a stretch.
It's my favorite segment of the night. Relative ease also. Favorite segment of the night.
It was fantastic. It was so over the top.
But over the top in a good way. Fun. Not over the top that was Penta versus Orange Cassidy.
Yes, this was fun.
With Alex Michael Jackson Everhantes.
Who might have been the 3rd most ridiculous person involved in the match.
Yes.
But yeah, we know Miro's done with all this Kip Sabian stuff. I wouldn't mind if Kip came back as a babyface. I prefer him as a heel.
Do we have Kip hang around Miro out of fear for his own life in the meantime?
Well, I think Miro's done with all that. I wouldn't mind if
because he forgave him.
Yeah, he forgave him. We're still friends. But the tag team thing, I think is done. It's done. Maybe they're just acquaintances now.
Like Kip is Miro's heater for fear of his own life?
No, I don't think that's... I don't know. It could happen. I would just prefer if we were done all together. Maybe Kip walks around in a brace and is just Penelope's manager for the next however long. I'd be okay with that.
That's essentially what he is anyway.
Or if we really like Kip, we're high on Kip, like you are. I think you are.
I am a super bad fan.
Maybe Kip goes away for a little bit and comes back babyface. Attacking Miro. Again, it's going to lead to a loss, but I think it could be fun for a little bit.
I guess. I was just thinking Kip Sabian ironically ends up becoming Jimmy Havoc to Miro's Kip Sabian.
That's hilarious. Speaking of heaters and lapdogs, all of MJF's and Jericho's are out there tonight. Inner Circle versus Pinnacle. What do they call it? God damn it.
Parlay.
Thank you. It's a Red Dead Redemption. I should remember that. I think 8 people talked in that segment. Warlord didn't talk, Hager didn't talk, and Tully didn't talk. Yeah, 8 people fucking spoke. And I thought everybody was really good.
Ortiz said 2 sentences too many.
Jesus fucking Christ, you turned on Ortiz, huh? You really turned on him.
I like Ortiz.
You turned on Ortiz.
I like Ortiz, to be clear. Should not talk. Very fun in the ring. For everybody that thinks I don't like fun in wrestling, I really like Ortiz wrestling when he's in the ring. Don't talk. That is Santana's job.
I have a question. Has he seen bored recently?
Oh, Ortiz?
Yeah. Like legitimately, like almost like he doesn't want to be there.
Definitely I don't want to be here vibes, from what I can tell.
Like he just knows I'm not going to go anywhere with this stuff.
Yeah, he knows none of this is for him. In fact, he's the Spears of that group, right?
Almost fucking certainly.
He's there to eat losses.
Yeah. Speaking of Spears, I thought he wasn't Jericho. He wasn't MJF. But he was really good.
Most Improved Player Award?
Certainly. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
He was better than Sammy. He was better than Ortiz easily. He might be better than FTR.
I think he was better than FTR.
Wow.
Huge FTR mark, by the way.
Yeah.
And I think Spears had a better promo.
I mean, FTR was really good, but Spears came with it. I think he started in the beginning. He still fucking came with it.
Yeah. And he even sold a little bit too when Samuel was like, "You're a failure here. You're a failure at your other place you worked at," and Spears even gave him the
that hurt face.
Damn, like that. He's kind of right. Like
yes, I love that he didn't oversell it. Like he's I don't know who would do The Rock. I love The Rock. But he just kind of was like, wow, solid. MJF was good. But I thought he was better last week. Right.
Yeah, I mean, he had some passion, but last week...
We're kind of just comparing fucking...
gold to gold.
Fucking Ric Flair matches to one another.
Yeah. I like to sit down and promo a lot better, but...
Yeah.
Still really good.
As good as Spears and MJF were. Jericho crushed it, right?
Jericho crushed it.
He clearly listened to the All Elite recap. We gave him a hard time a couple weeks ago.
He came with that
last week.
Fire.
He came with it, goddamn.
Passion.
We were really down on this fucking Blood and Guts match last week. We just felt like...
I didn't care too much.
The feud is over. Like, it was over when you stabbed him with a pencil. Was it a pencil? It was a piece of wood. I keep saying pencil. I'm not sure why. Well, that's a piece of wood. But this got me excited for it again.
Yeah.
This felt like a war about to happen between 10 people who matter instead of 2 people who matter.
Circumstances.
Yeah.
Consequences.
Fantastic. But you know what feud stinks?
Before we get to that,
Oh, Jesus.
I do like the subtle throw-in I feel like we overlooked.
Okay.
The Pinnacle is going to have the advantage in the Blood and Guts match due to Sammy Guevara's young, brash, hot-headedness.
Yes.
Offering it up freely with no conversation whatsoever.
Yes.
Or haggling.
You think it's going to bite him in the ass?
It should. Pinnacle's a new group. They should be going over in the first place regardless anyway.
Well, considering they lost the... I was going to say pencil fight. Considering they lost that backstage brawl, they definitely should win this match. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I can't come up with good reasons for the team to win. In fact, I think this should probably be the end of... Should probably be the end of the Inner Circle, quite frankly, once this match.
Break up Inner Circle, bring in Zelina Vega, put her with Santana and Ortiz, let Sammy go do his thing. I don't know what Hager does.
Jericho can go do that thing he said he was going to do however many months ago when he lost to Moxley. Pre-COVID.
Still hasn't had that concert.
At all. So yeah, I'd be okay with
What
it.
if he become...
There's other groups going at it tonight with the Factory versus 3 shitty members of the Nightmare family. Dustin
Rhodes,
Big Shotty,
Lee Johnson,
and
The
Billy
one.
Gunn. Jesus. I can't believe that just came out of my fucking mouth. Those 3 together. Versus everybody not named Go-Go. So, the match was a bore. Oh, that doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me.
yeah.
The match was a bore, quite frankly. I'll be completely honest. I didn't like the match at all. Matter of fact, I couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. and Cash knows this because I'm not typically all over the place when stuff's on TV. I watched it.
He does.
All I remember was Go-Go punch people. Oh, wait a minute. And Caveman took some spots. That's all I got for you.
He forgot my favorite spots of the night before Go-Go's punches.
What was it?
Aristotle got washed to start this match.
Why do you hate this man so much?
He's so undeserving of this.
Undeserving! Jesus!
Like, even as the obvious designated Sean Spears, essentially, and Ortiz of his own group, he doesn't deserve it.
He's undeserving!
Really bad. And everybody's saying it. I guess.
Jesus.
But yeah, he got
undeserving. So mean.
He got what? He got washed as soon as the whole. I think before the match started. I think they have an official fracas.
Yeah, Billy Gunn started
Right?
attacking him.
And Billy Gunn, the old man of the Nightmare family, is just throwing him into guardrails repeatedly. Just blah. That's where you go. We're on the other side of this fence.
That's your favorite spot?
It's my favorite spot before the ending. Nick Caveman obviously looks like a monster, although monsters typically don't wear arm tassels.
It's an odd choice.
But
It's gotta be a Warrior choice, and it's gotta be Cody's choice. I'm sorry.
it's definitely a Warrior thing, but not the oddest choice in the match because Dustin Rhodes insists on wearing the same shade of blue as the rest of his opponents for whatever reason.
Yes, that to me, I don't want to blame him for that though.
It's a misstep.
Don't blame him for that though. This is like if this was a movie, you wouldn't blame the actor for his wardrobe. You blame the director. You blame the producer. I blame, maybe not Tony Khan. Who would be in charge of that? Cody?
I don't know.
One of them is responsible for that.
Wouldn't Dustin have enough years in the business go, I should probably not wear blue right now?
Yeah, Robert De Niro has enough years in business, whatever, but it's not his fault. It's the director's fault. Period. And by the way, I apologize to Robert De Niro for comparing Codas to Robert De Niro, but you get the point. I was using age, not skill.
Clearly. But yeah, we get to the finish, and this gut punch. I can't wait to hear what the name of it's gonna be.
It should just be gut punch.
This is gut punch.
Yes.
Yeah, he hit Big Shotty, right? Because that's the guy who ate the pin, right? I know he hit Billy Gunn right in the ribs again.
Yes, which was
Best
fucking
part.
fantastic. A heel with viciousness and common sense. Awesome.
Rare.
Very rare. Then there's a fracas. Yeah, fracas, yes. And then they go to the truck, at least QT does.
Oh yeah, there's a fight off. So QT hangs back, the rest of the factory go into the tunnel. right?
He jumps by the guns.
The gun sons.
Yuck.
They come out. There's a 2-on-1 deal. They fight off into the parking lot where the Nightmare Family truck is.
Yes.
Of course. Before any of the factor Caveman comes back out and realizes, oh, QT wasn't with us this whole time.
By the way, Gogo doesn't come back. By the way.
Yeah. No, he's got stuff to do. He's got champagne to pop.
Absolutely.
When you get to the truck, where you can see
Cody is standing
Rhodes
waiting. I have a question. Booking wise. Why would I want to see? First of all, why would I want to see Cody get his revenge if he literally just got it with a figure 4 on top of the truck?
Of all things, by the way, not a crossroads on top of the truck.
You immediately just made it better. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was going way more violent.
Like throwing him off the damn truck.
Fucking.
You have where we see one side of the truck. You can put a huge crash pad on the other side, just like they have crash pads underneath these tables that they go through stage dives.
This was a pre-taped show.
Yeah.
You could have thrown him off, you could have cut, you could have pulled the thing away. It looks like you damn near murdered him. But that's why we're not going to do it. Because we have a match next week with Cody and QT. And why would I even give a fuck with QT? I just want him to get beat up by a fucking Austin Gunn.
And Colton Gunn as well, to be fair.
But the two Austin feels more pathetic than Cole does.
He does.
So,
because he is.
It's more embarrassing. This whole feud is for Cody and QT, apparently. And to be fair,
you can stop short.
This is for Cody. Only good thing that's going to come out of it, I know for certain, is Go-Go. Maybe Caveman gets a push out of this too. What's her name? We keep calling Caveman.
Nick Camarado.
Yes.
Nick Caveman Camarado.
Oh, Go-Go?
Shit. Should we call him Caveman Camarado?
I think we just sold something. I think we just did Powerhouse Hobbs even better.
They watch All Elite Recap anyway.
I know they do. Caveman Camarado. That's much better. So yeah. All that. If I can be technical about it.
With the most devastating revenge move in all of professional wrestling. The figure 4.
Jesus. And then he flexes on top of it.
Which, by the way, Aubrey Edwards climbs up to the top of this, what is it? This tour bus.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's pleading with them to stop fighting on the ground and never, indulge herself.
Anything. But what she's going to do is she's going to climb the tour bus because up there is more air, so they're more rational. Maybe they will hear her complaints there, and then they will stop.
Yeah, that's away from the crowd, so, or at the very least, she can call that finish, the tap out, or whatever is going to happen to figure 4 on top of the tour bus. This had to have been for a video game that's coming, right? the backstage brawl for the video game.
This Aubrey's been ridiculous. Is not even the worst referee spot of the night.
It's really not.
The worst referee spot of the night came in a tag team match with the Bucks,
our favorite referee,
the Young Bucks versus the Seidels.
Because there's 2 of them.
Okay. Jesus, this just made me tired. This match might have turned me against the Young Bucks again. I enjoyed them for a couple weeks, and then Matt went over the top.
Which is impressive for him.
Yes, he went over the top. Nick is a little more grounded in his ridiculousness. Does that make sense?
Believable.
Believable. Thank you. Believable in his ridiculousness. A little more realistic, we'll say. The match was kind of a mess.
Kind of a mess. It had Mike, Steven, Richard, Seidel.
Jesus, this just everything was all. I like the finish. Finish like actually close. It's the best BT trigger they've done in a while. That shit looked like it hurt. But yeah, midway through the match, Nick has been knocked out, and who cares which side out anyway? It's not important. Now the referee gets distracted. Matt comes in. Matt grabs Nick, pulls him to the outside, and then takes his place.
Twin Magic?
Yes.
For not twins?
I'm not sure if anybody remembers the Basham brothers.
Or the Bella twins.
I guess it's more recent, sure.
Or the Angles. Kurt and his brother.
It only happened a couple times though. For like a 4-month period. I guess it's only a couple, to be fair.
Those conquistadors.
I mean, they get the point. And it doesn't help for all these fucking 9 old men for you to keep going back. Jesus, I thought I was old Basham brothers. He went for Kurt Angle. Los Conquistadors. What? The Bellas. You hit it out the park the first time and just kept going. Jesus. So Matt pretends to be him. They lay down.
Because they look alike.
The ref. Well, to be fair, he actually did a good job. He covered his hair, which not the front of his hair because Nick doesn't have that. But the back of his hair, he kind of covered his face with it. Then he popped up with this goofy look on his face, and then the referee, who already seems like an idiot because he couldn't tell Matt and Nick apart, sees that it's Matt. He acknowledges that it's Matt. Like, what the? You just no tag, and then just allows shit to continue. Who did this man piss off to where they have to make him look like a dumb schmuck every time they get the chance? Every fucking what's pay-per-view called? The last pay-per-view they had.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. But Ray Phoenix was in it, and then Ray Phoenix did a dive to the middle row, and the same fucking referee was like, oh, he's out because he went to the middle row. And then Aubrey, because she's got better eyesight than this fucking bum, but this guy, this fucking close goes, no, it was through the middle row, which means he's still the fucking thing. Who did he piss off? Who did Rick Knox upset to where they have to make him look like a bum every time they get the chance?
I think he just might be bad.
Stop saying that! This isn't real! It's not real!
Hold on.
Are you telling me the character of Rick Knox is supposed to be a dumb referee?
Hold on. Maybe, like, as a person or at his job in general, whatever not scripted parts of his job,
Okay.
he's just really bad. And so they just shit on this guy left and right. And they just present him as such.
So he's dumb in real life, so they made his character dumb.
Maybe. And he's too dumb to realize it.
That they're mocking him?
Or take exception.
This is fucking outrageous. I know as a referee you don't have a lot of pull, right? You can't be fucking sticking up for yourself. I would. Enough. I got it. Can we spread the dumbness around? Can we have Aubrey do some dumb shit? Yeah,
Yes.
We'll show climb the tour bus. But that doesn't help me. Can I stop doing dumb shit? Please.
Can Bryce do some shit? Yeah, he'll be miffed and mystified at Orange Cassidy and Pentagon darts back and forth.
I know that shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but it fucking does. I'm sticking up for Rick Knox. This is not right.
I'm not.
It's not right. This isn't okay. What did this man do?
It's become, in spite of itself, one of my favorite parts of all AEW's Dynamite.
Jesus.
Is seeing how bad of a referee Rick Knox is
This
this week.
is so fucking ridiculous. Ugh.
It got us talking about him.
They did that.
It got Rick Knox going.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's a little bum.
Stop doing this. This is not okay.
Thanks.
He does his thing. They treat this is not okay.
I'm talking about what's presented to me.
He stinks. You're being way too nice. This is the dumbest man that's ever existed. How he managed to fucking make this far without eating his own foot, I don't know. Rick Knox is apparently the dumbest man that's ever existed. How he became a referee in a fucking national televised program, I don't know.
Dummy Con.
Just Jesus fucking Christ. Speaking of Dummy Con,
Are we done with the Young Bucks?
I was gonna go with the Young Bucks, but you brought Dummy Con and I can't go anywhere. What?
The Johnny Cage spot.
Oh, go ahead.
Also in the mid-match, we have a spot where Matt Jackson needs to split. I believe it was Mike Seidel, because I cared a little bit less. He was in the ring. And Matt Jackson punches Mike Seidel right in his junk and holds it there, posing as he's looking into the camera. And Excalibur, just because you couldn't get the reference with the movie that just came out, he specifically mentions a Johnny Cage spot.
Young Bucks can go away. I don't know what? That's not right. They had 2 good weeks in a row. I'm not saying they should go away after this week. This was a bad week for them. They had a bad week. It happens. They had a bad week. We'll stick to Young Bucks. They had a promo earlier in the night with the rest of the Elite. And
In the limo?
In the limo, where they talked shit. And then got scared because last time they heard a car honking, they almost got murdered. So Nakazawa accidentally honks the horn and they all got scared. And it was hilarious how ridiculous heels she presented. They decided that Nakazawa was going to have to face Eddie Kingston. Because you fight bums in order to get to the champion. Fair enough. I like how, see, this is okay. This is Nakazawa is treated like a piece of garbage. But he's paid, I assume, relatively well considering who his friends are. So.
I believe he has 2 jobs also, on screen and something else backstage.
Oh, yeah, so how, yeah, we can treat him like an idiot. Fuck him. They didn't like bald people.
Oh my god, they're anti-baldists.
That's why Nick won't let it go.
Oh, because he knows it's spawned hard.
That's why Nick Jackson doesn't let it go. No, just put them, do a LeBron, push that headband further back.
Yeah. It's like, I can't. I'm gonna ride this wave.
Kingston comes out to fight Nakazawa.
Why Moxley won't let it go?
Jesus Christ. You know what?
That's why Kingston's treated the way he is.
Absolutely. Kingston comes out, he's gonna fuck up Nakazawa. Omega comes out, distracts him. Nakazawa hits with a laptop a couple times. Kingston, that is. They get and Kingston fights back because Nakazawa's bummed. And then he gets the chair around his ankle. He's gonna break it if Omega does not grant him a match. Omega will let this happen because it's hilarious. And they call for Cutler?
Yeah.
Who's also bald and treated like garbage. So
finally. Because they weren't at first. That's the one I didn't get.
He gets taken with John Moxley. Yada yada yada.
They get this like face thing going on too. I don't know what that's about.
They get Omega down. They're gonna break his ankle. And Don Callis agrees to a tag match next week. Nakazawa and Omega versus Kingston and Moxley. It was a long way to go for it.
Yeah.
But it was alright, I guess.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
But I didn't love how long this took and Nakazawa on TV in general.
I like him in his new role.
I like him in his new role. But
Nakazawa's Dungeon.
That's a spot that can go to somebody else in general.
Why?
No, I mean the TV time, not the role.
Okay.
The role, it needs to be a bum, obviously.
Okay. Jesus.
The TV time.
How much?
What that would have changed is Moxley demanded that tag match ASAP. When he probably should say like now, and then have Don Callis backtrack into next week. Not expert ASAP. Don Callis goes, we'll work something out. But meanwhile, Tony Khan's had the graphic like ready. Already.
Well, to be fair, I feel like an odd complaint considering you felt this already went too long. You wanted to go longer.
No.
And they barter.
Well, I mean, it went the same amount of time because there was a little bit of back and forth anyway. But you say ASAP, you said of ASAP, I want it now. Okay, goes next week.
I want it now. No, give it to me now. I'm breaking this fucking ankle.
Well, they already agreed. They're fine with you breaking Nakazawa's ankle anyway.
No, this is Omega.
Yeah, Omega's.
But he's not fine with breaking Omega's ankle.
Oh, Omega, right? Omega's in the ring.
Yeah. You know what you can do? Do you appeal to? I'm not sure why I was trying to fucking fix this fucking hypothetical situation you brought up.
Maybe it's good enough for
It
Kingston
is.
and Moxley.
Yeah, but like you could just say fucking he's not ready to fight. You already fucked up Nakazawa. He's done. This is not a fair match. You're two tough guys. I just want to fight somebody win that full strength. And you got fine next week, bitch. Like I said, slap leg in the face. Yeah. Fair enough. Only thing we missed on the night, I want to say, I know who we definitely missed. I'm keeping it in my back pocket. That's it, right?
Is your back pocket the main event?
We didn't talk about the main event? That was my rant. I have no interest in the rest of the main event.
Oh, well, we're not going to talk about the match?
I have no interest. Okay, we'll talk about the match if you like.
So our favorite is your back pocket?
My favorite?
Our favorite.
My favorite. He been removed from the group. I did not forget.
Ours.
What did you think about the main event, at least? I liked it. I ain't love it, I liked it.
It's okay.
I'm mostly here for Darby.
Well, yeah, like I like Darby, but I was a little disappointed.
Ooh.
Not a knock on Darby, not a knock on Preston Vance. But I kind of want to. It's the Sting thing. I'll admit.
Jesus. Okay.
I kind of want to fast forward to where Darby loses the title.
Jesus.
I barely care to who. Within reason, obviously. Don't lose it to JD Drake.
Yes.
But this was a failure to begin with, and you're trying to make up for it with good matches.
Mm-hmm.
Give you that. But, like, first impressions, I'm like, I don't care, bro.
I'm taking a similar outlook, but I felt like this match would have been done, or better served, rather, if it was focused around Darby's ninth title defense.
This is a great storyline they brought up mid-match with no...
He's like nothing.
They did nothing about it. It's just in the middle of the match, just here you go. There was no build-up about the streak or whatever. I kind of don't want that to be a thing, because I don't want Cody back into this picture.
Just relax. Relax. Yeah, I thought Darby was defending the title so many times in a row. JR tried to get her over halfway through the match. That essentially it's just wear and tear. It wears on you over and over and over again, having all these high-level opponents.
Especially every week.
Every fucking week. And he's not fighting bums, though. Question mark. Yeah, I just
10 bands though with that hammer, that full Nelson.
Oh, that's a great finisher. Assuming you do it right. I thought Chris Masters did it fantastically, even though he had the fucking personality of wallpaper, and so does Vance, quite frankly, if you don't know anything about him. But
The almighty Bobby Lashley, nasty with it.
Never seen it.
Wow.
I don't watch wrestling. I watch AEW, I guess.
They're gonna tell me to check out the Hurt Business before they fucked them up.
So yeah, I thought the match was really good. I thought Darby ripping at his mask, biting his fingers, just doing all types of shit. I like the idea of Darby being fucking an animal when he's in the ring.
Yeah.
They almost ruined it by having him grab the fucking Brody fucking wristband. Jesus fucking Christ. I know you don't like Sting, but I like him as a enforcer type. He looks like somebody who's not to be fucked with. And he looks like a star. 60 or not. You can't tell he's 60 with the face paint. That's not his gray hair.
I just think his role makes sense maybe if we're fighting heels and not obvious baby faces.
Yeah, they've gone, what, 2 weeks in a row now? With Jungle Boy and then Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know what? That's a fair look.
And even if you want to forget for a second, oh right, they've been presented as baby faces for I don't know how many months now. About 4 months, actually, because it was since Brody Lee died.
Yeah.
They've been baby faces for 4 months. If you want to forget that for a second, have a brain fart, they drive it home with this whole Brody Lee video package, doing it for his soul.
That's so gross. Don't bring it up again. It's so fucking gross. It's not okay. I don't care what anybody says. I just really don't. And I'm sure somebody will come up with a good explanation as to why it's okay, and I will have to tell you no too.
Let me ask you this.
Shoot, dude.
Forgetting what the video package was or involved, the fact that they did this video package specifically for Preston 10 Vance and then not win the title.
So we're forgetting the fact that it's about somebody who's passed.
Yeah, we forget the grossness of the exploitation of Brody Lee.
It's just a video package for a guy.
Yeah, the video package for a guy, the number 5 ranked guy, by the way.
Which means your rank system shit. If
Yeah.
10 is 5th. Okay. He's ahead of Cage, apparently?
Or Sarge, one of them.
Just come on. Alright, okay. I don't mind that. But in fact, everybody should be built up. That's why losses
But
matter.
you don't mind the video package into a loss?
No, I do not. You've got to get me. I mean, we're invested in Darby. You got to get me invested in the other guy, and that was their way of trying to do it with a dead person.
I'm on the other side of the fence. Video package means we're building you, we're giving you the belt. You're taking
Jesus
the ball,
fucking
we're
Christ!
running with this.
Everybody gets a video package. They got to win the fucking belt.
That's why not everybody gets video package.
Get out of your mind.
And they don't have to win a belt. They just win whatever the important match we're talking about.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Whatever. Goat Baker. Britt Baker. Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Goat,
DMD.
your dentist, and ours.
She looked different this week. I'm not going to say what the words she used before, but she looked different. Not complaining. I think it was a shirt. I think because she was wearing her wrestling outfit and a shirt on top of it. Kind of let the imagination wander. Anyway.
That she had a house tea on.
Yes. Anyway, she cut a promo about beating Sheeta and becoming the role model, face of the division, etc., etc.
That's Sheeta's a women's champion, right?
That's correct.
The one who's not on the show again.
She was on the show last week.
Last week, yeah.
And then I don't think she was on the show the week before that. They butchered
Was she
this.
back in the crowd? I don't think she was even in the crowd this week.
Good. She should never be in the crowd.
She should never be in the crowd.
She should never be. Jade should never be. Nobody with a belt. Nobody of any importance.
Jade had a good promo, by the way.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, we overlooked it, but I liked it.
It was alright.
I didn't love the attire. I don't know what that was about, but
That caught me on the fucking blue.
that flannel vest thing.
What is this, Mick Foley cosplay? This doesn't work.
I don't know.
First of all, you got more muscles than Mick Foley ever had. And secondly, why?
But
I can't see some of the more important ones, like the fucking collarbone and the traps.
I like the build of the importance of somebody needing to impress her.
I don't like the fact that he keeps showing two fucking people. Every man just have to meet these two. Okay.
They haven't filmed the rest of the segments with the rest of the managers.
I guess you would leave Taz out of it because you don't want to take another loss. Who else is there?
QT.
Already better. 3. At least 3 feels like a decision. 2 is an either or. Isn't it?
In fact, QT makes the most sense, if anything.
Seriously. And she's young.
She has a thing against Red Velvet, who's in the Nightmare family.
Damn! Look at Marcus Cash. Is Marcus Cash booked better than you?
Well, I shouldn't have a pen anywhere.
It's time to let it go. Is that an opinion of yours?
Everybody's saying it.
Where the fuck was I?
Dr. Joe.
Go Baker, yes. I love the promo. It was simple, it was effective. Quite frankly, I know she jokes about carrying a women's division. It's according to what I hear and see on Twitter, she's carrying 3 shows. This is impressive.
3. Dynamite, Dark Elevation.
I am so ready for her to win the belt. Let me be completely clear. I said it before and I will say it again. She does not win this championship in this match. When it happens, I will not be watching Dynamite at all. I will have 0 interest. I will be over it. He
already doesn't watch 66% of the product.
That's correct. So if you don't watch Dark, you don't watch Elevation, you're missing 66% of the product.
Yeah, you are.
I guess that's technically true. At least 66%. It's 66 point.
You could even argue 67.
That's true. You could argue that. Yeah. But if Go Big doesn't win, I'm out. I'm out. You know what? Even if I give you a pass for not putting the belt on her up to this point, we're waiting until she was as over as she possibly get. She was as refined as a worker she possibly get.
We're waiting for fans.
Waiting for people, I guess.
For a heel to win a belt. Did you hear the latest one?
No.
It is Sheeta's dream to defend that title in front of a large crowd. Or something like that.
Well, isn't that fucking sweet? What the fuck?
So they're holding off on her losing the belts until there's a large crowd.
When's it going to be a large crowd? Is next review?
Well, it's not reported that they're waiting for that.
Okay.
To be clear.
This is what you've heard.
That's just a gathering from...
Is that Sheeta? Listen, let me be completely clear. I don't know Sheeta at all. I don't know her personality.
She seems like she'd be a nice lady.
She's like she'd be like sweet and adorable, right? I'm almost positive she's not holding up the division so she can wrestle in front of a large crowd. Almost positive.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right.
100% not her fault.
Like, is there's an idea in her head that she wants to, sure, everybody wants to, like...
She might have said it in passing.
Yes, and then dummy ran with it until the fucking Goat Baker greatness is too much to overcome. He stink! I'm not gonna get off until Tony Khan. I'm not gonna do it. I've given enough rating for this show. If Goat Baker doesn't win, I'm out. Period. And it's nothing to do with your mind. If they put Mickey James in the time machine and fucking the one from 2006 shows up now and beats Sheeta, I'm still not watching. I'm gonna jerk off, but I'm not watching.
Sasha Banks shows up randomly.
I have to see what they do, where they put the pieces. Do you have a plug?
My battery is dying. Go back to the YouTube channels if you hadn't already subscribed before. I've decided to do my weekend rants specifically with rundowns for each episode of wrestling television that does gross me out.
Sure. Post your comments, rub it down below. Like, share, subscribe.